Hello, hello, hello. My name is ATP, and today's video is talking about what is the most efficient way to run the first encounter of Sundered Doctrine. Specifically, I'm going to be referring to the third phase, where you have to input 3 different symbols. So I'm going to be talking about what is the most optimal lens placement, and how can you place the lenses in a way that there is a 0% chance that you ever need to fix any of the lenses. I hope this video helps you in running either solo flawless, or if you're just in a team and you want to complete this as efficiently as possible. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at if the first symbol that the truth seeker drops is the L2 symbol. So if the first symbol is L2, we want to complete that room first. And no matter what, if L2 is the first symbol, you're going to use the middle lens and you're going to follow this path. You're going to go straight up and to the left, which will auto-connect all the way to the left, and then you can use that to complete the lens. No matter what, this is always going to require only 2 lenses, which is the least number of lenses needed to complete the L2 plate. If your second symbol from the truth speaker is the L1 symbol, what you're going to do is you're then going to use the L left side lens and follow the following path. So you're going to go to that left one, have it go up to this already completed lens, have it go down, and then that will auto-complete it to the left. And much like the L2 lens, this only requires 2 lens placements. So this one is also 2 lenses. And what this is going to mean is that no matter what, whether your third symbol is R1 or R2, you have that right lens available for you to use. If it's the R2 lens, you can complete it in 2 lens placements doing the following path. Use the right one to go to that mid-right one, have it head all the way up to the top, have it head to the right, and then have it complete, with the 2 lens placements being these 2 that I've circled in green. 2 lenses. If you get unlucky and it's the R1 room, you can complete it in 3 lens placements, which is slightly more inefficient. To do that, you're going to have the lens go all the way up to the top, then have it go into the wall with the already completed lens, have it head to the right, have it head down, and then have that completed. So the 3 lens placements that you need are the 3 that I just circled in blue. So that is how you would complete it if it goes L2 first and then L1 second. Let's say, however, that L1 is not second. Let's say that R1 is second. So I'm just going to quickly draw this L2 placement back. So let's say that L1 is not second, you get unlucky, instead R2 is second. If R2 is second, you're still going to use that right lens first. You're going to do the exact same path. So to that bottom right, all the way up to the top, to the right, and that will complete it. And this also, again, completes it in only 2 lenses. Now, this means that if L1 or R1 is left, you have that left lens to use. If it's L1, you're going to do the exact same path as before. And that will still complete it in 2 lenses. However, once again, if you're unlucky and R1 is the third room, don't panic, because you can still complete it in 3 lens placements. This time you're going to go all the way across. There's your first placement. Then you're going to head down. That's your second lens placement. That will auto-complete it all the way going to the right. Where's your third lens placement? And then that you can shine on the symbol. So if it's L2 and then R2, you're still going to do middle, and then you're going to do right, but you're then going to use the left lens last. Lastly, let's say it goes L2 and then R1. Once again, L2, as soon as you see L2, you always want to do that middle lens. If R1 is your second placement, you're going to still use the right lens. So if R1 is second, what you're going to do is you're going to do that exact same 3 combo piece that I had just shown you before. And that looks just like this. So that is unfortunately a 3 lens combo. If L1 is last, we already know what this combo is. And we can complete that using only 2 lenses. However, if R2 is it, we have to complete it using 4 lenses. To complete this using 4 lenses, what you need to do is the following. You need to shine this light up to the top. This can then go across that room, which can then go into the wall, which shines to the right and shines up. As far as I can tell, there was no way to do this in less than 4 lenses. If R2 is your first symbol, what you're going to do is you're going to start with the rightmost lens, and you're going to follow the following path. You're going to go down a bit to the right, then you're going to head up, then you're going to head to the right, and that's going to complete it in 2 lenses. At this point, you can probably see where we're going to go. If your second symbol is L2, you're going to do the same path as before. Head up from the middle, then head to the left, and head to the left, and once again you have completed L2 in 2 lenses. And then, depending on whether it's L1 or R1, you can either do the left lens for both. If it's L1, you know the drill, down to the left, up, down, and that's going to complete it in 2 lenses. Or if it's R1, you're going to need to go to the right, which is our first lens, down, which is our second, all the way across, which is our third lens. So here, if R2 is first, you use the right lens, and if L2 is second, you're going to use the middle lens, and then you can complete either of the last 2 using the left lens. Now, let's say it goes R2 and then R1. If it goes R2 and then R1, you're still going to complete R2 using the right lens because we don't have a choice. But then for R1, what you're going to do is you're going to have to use the left lens. And you're going to follow that same path that we've been following for quite a while to complete R1 using 3 lenses. This means that we have the middle lens to complete L2 or L1. If it's L2, you know the drill. You head up through the center, and then off to the left, and you can complete that using only 2 lenses. If it's L1, we now need to do 3 lenses. So what we're going to do is we're going to head down to the bottom left, and we're going to head slightly up to the left, which is our second lens, and then we're going to use that third lens to navigate it into that secret tunnel, which will auto-complete it using 3 lenses. The last possible combination of R2 being your first is if L1 L1 is your second. And if L1 is your second, what you're going to do is you're actually going to use the middle lens. And you're going to do that exact combo that I just showed you. You're going to head down to the left, up a little, to the left slightly, and then into that kitty, that secret corner to complete it using 3 lenses. This way, we have the leftmost lens to complete either L2 or R1. If we're completing L2, what you're going to do is you're going to head to the left, which can then be used to shine it up, and then head to the left and complete that leftmost one in only 2 lens placements. And if it's R1, hopefully at this point, you know the drill. We have to shine it all the way to the right, down, and then all the way to the right in 3 lens placements. So that's what to do if R2 is your first symbol, and that covers every possible combination for if R2 is your first symbol. The third combination that we have is if L1 is the first symbol the truth bearer drops. And if this happens, we're going to use the middle lens to complete L1 in 3 lens placements. And if you're wondering why we're choosing to do this instead of using the 2 lens placement, the reason why is because if we used the 2 lens placement using the leftmost lens, if our second symbol is R2, it's going to give us a lot of trouble. So it's much safer for us to just do it using the yellow 3 lens placement using the middle symbol. If our second symbol is L2, we're going to use the left lens to complete it in 2. To complete L2 in 2 using the left lens, we head to the left, shine it up into that wall, head left, and that completes that in 2 lenses. And this leaves us with the rightmost lens to complete either R1 or R2. If it's R2, we shine it mid-right, head up into the wall, head right, and that completes this one in a 2 lens pattern. And if we get R1, what we're going to do is we're going to shine it down, down again, and then to the right, and that completes this in a 3 lens combo. If R2 is our next symbol, what we're going to do is we're going to use the right lens to complete it, using that exact same combo I just showed you. Down to the right, head up, all the way off to the right, and that way we can complete it using 2 lenses. And this leaves us with the leftmost lens to complete either L2 or R1. If it's L2, you know the drill. Down to the left, head up into the wall, head over, and that way we can complete this using 2 lenses. And if it's R1, head over to the right, head down, all the way off to the right, and we can complete it using 3 lenses. The last combination, if L1 is the first symbol, is if R1 is the second symbol. And what we need to do if R1 is the second symbol is we need to use the rightmost lens. And we're going to do our favorite, head down, all the way off to the right, and complete this using 3 lenses. And what this is going to do is this is going to leave us with the left lens to complete either L2 or R2. If it's L2, this is a 2 lens combo. Off a bit to the left, head up, and we can complete it. If it's R2, what we need to do is we need to have it shine straight up, to the right. And then it's going to shine all the way over, head up, and that will complete it in a 4 lens combo. So if you get L1, R1, R2, you're going to find that it is a very, very inefficient combo to have. So that's the one speedrunners are not going to like. Finally, the 4th combination we can get is if R1 is our first symbol. If R1 is our first symbol, we're going to use the right lens and do the down, down, right combo to complete it in 3 lens placements. Once that is done, if it is R2, we're going to use the middle lens, shine it straight up, all the way off to the right, and complete R2 in only 2 lens placements, which leaves us with the left lens to complete either L2 in 2 lens placements or L1 in 2 lens placements. If R1 is first and we get L1 second, what we're going to do is we're then going to use the leftmost lens to complete L2. The reason we choose to use the left one here is because we can complete R2 and L2 using only 2 lenses from the middle lens. Whereas if we use the middle lens, if we then got R2, we would have to do a 4 lens combo. That gets us 2 from L1, and then whether or not we get L2 or R2, we can complete it using 2 lenses from that middle lens. And finally, the very last combo that we can get in this encounter is if R1 is our first lens, and then L2 is our second lens. If L2 is our second lens, what we're going to do is we're going to use the leftmost lens and complete it in 2 lens placements. Then that opens up the middle lens to complete either L1 in 3 lens placements, or that's going to give us the R2 lens in 2 lens placements. What you'll notice about doing this encounter is there are certain lenses that we quite literally never, ever use. The lenses that we never use, I will put an X through on the screen. So these are lenses that you never, ever actually want to put a lens on. All of the other lenses we may at some point use during this encounter. So there are 6 lens placements that we will never use. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lens placements we may use. I really hope this video helps you with the first encounter for an optimal way to complete it. I want to give a huge thanks to Kenshi for making an amazing diagram to help me draw on, and it is very, very useful. If this video helped you, please leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel.